Meet the Expert, a knowledge-sharing initiative of your knowledge partner, the Developing Bangladesh. We discuss on trade, investment, commerce, education, skills, economic development, global peace and prosperity, etc. issues. If you are interested to these issues, please subscribe to the channel. Developing Bangladesh, your knowledge partner, please subscribe now.
Is about disciplining my body, disciplining my mind. When I discipline my body and discipline my mind, what am I getting aware of? I'm actually trying to get more and more and more aware of my spirit. Okay, so the religion is actually the road to spirituality. Now, you may say that, look, I don't want to go to church. I don't want to go to mosque. I don't want to go to temple. I don't want to go to a synagogue. Right? So then what can I do? Sometimes, has it ever happened to you that the thing that you like most, whatever it is, whether it is reading book, whether it is listening to music, whether it is playing music, whether it is eating something, or whether it is making sex, you are just not yourself. You go to a completely different level for a few moments and then you come back. That moment, sir, is the moment of spiritual transcendence. We transcended, we lifted ourselves from our bodily being and experienced spiritual being for a moment and came back. I will give you an example. I am very fond of babies, cute babies. So if I see a baby in the market, what do? We go with we do all sorts of funny sounds. For that 1 second, we forget how we are looking, how the world looks at us. It's an example of getting in touch with the spirit. So music, sports, reading, there could be many, many methods of attaining spirituality. Religion is one of them, whichever religion you follow. Now the question is, what are chants? Whether I'm chanting, Sarva Mangala Mangale Sive Sarvartha Sadhike, or Hing Tring Chamundai Viche, or whether I'm chanting La ilaha Bismillah, or I'm chanting, let's say, Aital Kursi, or I'm chanting Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, or whatever. What are these words doing? What are the sound of these words doing to me? This is where we need to get a philosophical perspective. And the philosopher called Lacan said, Lacan's philosophy is based on how we see human society based on the languages we use. So language as a medium of studying the society and human growth. Lacan has done a lot of work. And the Lacanian emphasis, Lacanian philosophy says the language that we use impact us, our growth, impacts our conscious and unconscious behavior. And that's the way we impact our society. So all the spiritual, holy men and women of all the religion, whatever they have designed for us to chant, they are following a science of phonetics. When you chant them loud and when you chant them inside, something happens to our body, something happens to our mind. We go through an experience of being aware. We feel good. That's a path to mindfulness through meditation. So I always say this, that meditation is a path to mindfulness. All mindfulness could be meditation, but all meditation necessarily need not be mindfulness. And this is a matter of research. I hope I answer your question.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Actually, it's all right that all the path you have described, I have described, all the path reach us towards a certain level, that is spirituality, you have just said. So do you think spirituality and mindfulness, these are the same, or this is the same place, or they could be used for same purpose?
I would say, when we become very proficient, when I can be mindful at will, whenever I want to practice, I can practice mindfulness. And in generally, you see, let's say I'm learning singing. Right now, I don't know. I get a teacher. The teacher teaches me certain, steps. I start practicing. From 0, I move to 1. Then I move to 5. Then I move to 10. Then I reach a point where anytime I can sing. Similarly, mindfulness. People need to start with minor practices and increase upon. When they become highly proficient, that means they are more number of times, more frequently, almost constantly aware of their being. And when you are more and more aware of your being, you get in touch with your spirit. You attain spirituality. So yes, you are right. Mindfulness is definitely a route to spirituality. Actually, mindfulness should not be seen limited to the corporate world. It should be seen and related to our total existential being.
So from this discussion, we could come to a point that then meditation, all these things are the journey. Mindfulness is the primary station. And the more mindful you are, you can reach towards spirituality more.
Yes.
Because in some level of spirituality, we sometimes saw something supernatural. If you think any religion you follow, but the person, those who are more pious, more spiritual, so sometimes we just observe or experience supernatural things. So do you think this mindfulness, spirituality has connection with the supernatural power?
Actually, I will put it in a different way, sir. I would like to do away with this word destination and add the word continuous. You see, this is antithesis to excellence. Can there be a destination in mindfulness and destination in spirituality? No. I can be more and more and more and more self-actualized. That means I can actuate myself more to be even more mindfulness, to reach even higher level of spirituality, even higher level. But is there an end to that? No, there is no end to that. So I'm remembering one of my bosses often said, he did not give me excellence. And he told me that I went and complained to him that I did not get excellence. He said, you know what excellence is? He said, excellence means the journey has stopped. Nothing can be done after this. So what do you want? That definition, almost 25 years back, has still stayed with me. So I would like to add the word continuous in this. Mindfulness, when continued and when proficiency developed, it takes us to a path of continuous self-awareness, which takes us to higher and higher and higher and higher levels of spirituality. And to your query about supernatural, well, my understanding of supernatural is not something out of the world alien being. My understanding of supernatural is what Virat Kohli did in that last match. This is completely impossible. When I transcend or I reach such levels that I'm able to reach abnormal targets in humanly ways and display such qualities and actions and competence and behaviors, which is normally not shown, I would say that is supernatural, rather saying some alien creature coming from somewhere. I'm sorry, I'm giving a cricket example. Many people from many parts of the world would not know cricket as a sport, but you and I will know. But those who do not know, I would like them to Google who Virat Kohli is. Sorry about that.
Okay, thank you, sir. At this moment, now come to our today's title, the effect of mindfulness on professional success, in professional success. So when we practice, we are mindful. The more we practice, we are more mindful. We reach towards the spirituality. So do you think this spiritual power could be used in anything, in my profession, in my family, in my even religious faith, after life? So everywhere this spirituality could be used.
Yeah. Normally people think spirituality means religion. Spirituality means something, godly. Spirituality means mosque, temple, church, synagogue. Normally people think like that. But spirituality is not that. Spirituality is, am I in corporate life? What would being spiritual mean? And I'm very serious about this. I keep telling this when I conduct very high-level leadership coaching programs and development programs. Very simple thing I ask to anybody, and anybody who's listening to this program, I would ask, in any organization that you work for, what is your role? And I ask, in your family, what is your role? And you should also experiment this, sir. Ask anybody, what is your role?
Developing Bangladesh, your knowledge partner. We take care of trade and investment, education and skills, economic diplomacy and economic development. If you would like to keep you updated on these issues, please subscribe to Developing Bangladesh. Thank you very much for watching till the last.